What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Lord of the Rings Gollum being delayed. Now, they issued a statement. It's not the greatest statement, and we'll talk about my general feel for this game in a second, but we'll read the statement first, and that pretty much, they go through the whole thing that every developer says, we thank you for your patience, you guys rock, that kind of stuff, but they basically say that, for the best possible experience, we have decided to push the release of the Lord of the Rings Gollum by a few months. We'll update you with an exact timing in the near future. We are grateful for the community, yada, yada. Now, I do think Gamescom makes sense to, if they wanted like a big showcase, to do another trailer, whatever, and then to have the game, have a new release date. Gamescom makes a lot of sense. I'm going, and maybe this is controversial, I'm going to go on a limb and say that I think this game is going to be pushed entirely into next year. Early, not like, we're not talking about like a year delay, but I do think this game is going to be pushed next year. I believe the original release date was September 1st, so it's supposed to come out September 1st. Now, a few months, I think the definition of few does mean three, because like couple is like two, so few would then be three. So, if that happens, like December, and we have said it before, December is a pretty okay time to do something, to release a game. You may have Hogwarts you have to deal with. You obviously do have Callisto Protocol, stuff like that, but early December is still relatively open, and it's not as packed as certain parts of September, really all of October, and really all of November, right? If they're looking to kind of come out in a more open period, December, even like beginning of January, once you get to late January, there's some games there. But, again, you have to also understand, or maybe try to read into it, why are they delaying it? I feel like they're delaying it for the fact that it's not ready. Whereas you look at a game like Forspoken, when Forspoken was delayed, it seemed very obvious that they literally were just trying to get away from other games, including the biggest of God of War Ragnarok. That really is what comes across when they did that press release for Forspoken. It doesn't come across so much here. Now, I promised you I would say a little bit about how I feel. We'll talk about this game a lot more when it comes out. I've always been kind of 50-50 on this game. This was a game that I'm looking to get. Like, I'm not like against it in any way, but it doesn't look like all that amazing. This looks to me kind of like a middling game that has a swing. It could, I think, surprise, including myself. It could surprise people, including me, and be, I guess, really, really good, or it could be actually kind of really disappointing or really bad. I really think it's got that kind of swing in its quality. So the more time, the better to work on it, right? Because if you need time to polish it, go ahead. I am just worried that they didn't give a new time. Now, I get it, and it's not uncommon when a game gets delayed. Mainly, though, if a game gets delayed kind of far, right? If it gets delayed far, like a Starfield gets delayed, even like Redfall gets delayed, and you don't give a date. They didn't give a date, and it had, other games, there's many, many examples, but sometimes there are. Sometimes you can give a new date, and I just feel like a game that, if you're going to push it, even say like 2 to 3 months, I feel like you could give that date. You know what I mean? It's September 1st, I think December 6th is a Tuesday, so if you go kind of back, maybe like December 1st, 2nd, somewhere in that realm would be like that Thursday, Friday range. I feel like you could give that date. If you're pretty confident that the game is going to happen at that time, I feel like you can do it. So what that, again, says to me, reading into it, which it could totally be wrong, but reading into it, I feel like they're pretty unsure if this game can even come out this year in general. So I'm going to, again, go off on a limb and say January or probably February, one of those early, which gives them, that's a long time. That's like a 4 or 5 month delay, right? Which is it's a substantial delay. It's not the biggest in the world, but it is substantial. And again, as long as it helps the game, if the game comes out in a better condition than what it would have come out on September 1st, it's always worth it. It will always be worth it. And we'll see ultimately if this game is worth anybody's time, in the first place. Again, I'm not super anti it, but I'm definitely not like super pro. Like I'm pacing back and forth waiting for this game. It's kind of a prove it game. I need to see more. They have shown stuff here and there, but I'm not like 1000% sold on this game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's video.